What is going on, guys? GregglesTV. I have three of the very best phones on the market today. I have the Pixel 2 XL, the iPhone 10, and the Galaxy Note 8. Now, these phones are all available right now. They're all very similarly priced. They're all over $900. This is, $949. This can go up as high as $1,149, and then the Note 8 is over about $950 as well, $930, depends where you buy it from. Also, right now, rated by DisplayMate, Galaxy Note 8 used to be the highest rated display that you get on any phone, and now the iPhone 10 has been rated as the best display that you can get on any phone. Pixel, not so much. Pixel's actually the opposite side of the spectrum, getting destroyed all the time in the media and on Android and Apple websites saying how bad the display is, and people will say how bad the display is. People that don't even have the phone will say how bad the display is. So I wanted to show you kind of an overview just to show you that, you know what, when you watch this stuff, there's really not that big a difference, just day-to-day usage, So let's get into it. Now, just looking at the home screens here for the Pixel 2 XL, you can see I did do the update. This is running the saturated update so that, you do get more saturated colors on the Pixel 2 XL. So that's why the colors might look a little bit more punchy, a little bit more vibrant. So when you look at, for instance, the App Center, so let's look at, since I have Spotify on both phones, you can see the Spotify there, and then let's bring up Spotify over here, just so you can see how the greens look on all the phones. You can see over there. So you can see the greens on all the phones, and green, just right off the bat, if I had to pick a green here of what looks the best, for me anyway, you can see that almost on the iPhone, it's a little bit more muted, maybe a little bit more natural looking. But to me, what catches my eye, and again, this isn't a scientific test. This is just a test to show what colors look different. I would probably choose the Note 8, I guess. The Note 8, they both look very, very similar, but the Note 8 maybe looks a little bit more muted versus what you get on the Pixel 2 XL. So I personally would go with the Galaxy Note 8 green. Now let's go to Facebook on all these phones, just so you can see the icons, just so you get very similar colors on here. So you got Facebook there, you got Facebook there. And then let's go to Facebook over in my social app right there. Okay, so here you go. You got blues everywhere on the screen. They all look very similar. This is not really a punchy color for the most part. The iPhone looks a little bit more faded out. The Pixel 2 XL Facebook icon looks a little bit too dark for me. And then I would say the Note 8 is just about right. It's somewhere in between the Pixel 2 XL and the iPhone 10. So I'd have to give it to the Note 8, just off that regular blue. Again, not scientific, just to look at different things. Next up, let's look at a photo that I took with the Pixel 2 XL, but I wanted to show it to you on all of these displays. Again, hopefully you can pick it up in the camera, but to me, these displays look not completely different. These two displays look closer to what together than what the iPhone 10 looks like. You can see how saturated the yellows are on the Pixel 2 XL and the Galaxy Note 8. Not so much on that iPhone 10. The iPhone 10 looks a little bit more washed out. And I do want to tell you that the colors really looked more like this in real life. That really punchy, deep, yellow, reddish kind of fiery look. And again, hopefully my camera's picking that up. But even though this is the best rated display by DisplayMate, normal day-to-day usage of what people like or what I like to see, I like a more saturated, more deeper, more richer looking color. So I would definitely pick the Galaxy Note 8 or the Pixel 2 XL. Now, this is another photo very, very similar to what we just looked at, just kind of a different angle. But again, I really appreciate what the Pixel 2 and the Galaxy Note 8 are doing versus what the Note 8 is doing. Versus what the iPhone 10 is doing. iPhone 10 doesn't look bad, but it just doesn't look as rich, as vibrant, as pleasing to the eye, I feel like, versus what you get with the other two phones. Now, if you look at the bottom here, you can see that I actually prefer the iPhone 10 the way that looks. It actually looks brighter, maybe a little bit more clearer than what you get with these two phones. On the Pixel 2 XL, it's more dark and it's a little bit harder to see. Note 8, definitely somewhere in the middle of the two phones, but if I had to pick, just looking at the bottom part of the picture, I would definitely pick probably the iPhone 10 just on a blind test, if we're just looking at pictures or whatever. This next picture is just to show you what the whites look like, more or less, with what you get. Now, you can see this iPhone definitely is a nice bright white, but it's almost a yellow tinge to it, whereas with the Pixel 2 XL and the Note 8, you get a little bit more of a white / bluish kind of look. But overall, if I had to pick which is a more natural kind of looking white to me, I would probably pick the Pixel 2 XL. It looks less blue to me than what you get with the Galaxy Note 8. Again, the winner here, I would choose Pixel 2 XL. Our next test, and hopefully it's not washing out the colors too much, but the next test is kind of going to show you, this isn't the most perfect video because it's really not in focus, but it just kind of shows you the different levels of green. To me, this looks completely washed out, more natural, but it doesn't look that good. And then with the Pixel 2 and Galaxy Note 8, you get that nice deep green in the background. I think those look a lot better than what you get with the iPhone 10. Just, looking at the greens in the video, it just looks that much better. And all these displays are full brightness right now. And then lastly, let's take a look. This is the Galaxy Note 8. This is the iPhone 10, just to show you a side-by-side, 1440p video on both, just so you can see which one looks better. Now, the iPhone does look a little bit more bright in terms of the video, at least what I'm seeing on my side. So just be aware of that. But ultimately, this looks so much more richer. This looks so much more washed out, or maybe even it's just more natural. But to your eye, people are definitely going to choose the more saturated look on a day-to-day usage. Now, this is a look at the Pixel 2 XL and the iPhone 10. I had to start these off a little bit different. I'm having trouble playing them at exactly the same time, but you'll get an idea of what these look like in a second here because it's the same picture. And again, I definitely choose the Pixel 2 XL. I mean, the iPhone 10 is not a bad display, not at all. Obviously, if it's winning awards as the best display, it's winning awards for a certain reason, but just day-to-day usage, pleasing to your eye, saturated colors, I would choose the Pixel 2 or the Note 8 every single time. And then for all you aficionados, just so you can see which phones are here, this is the Note 8 and the Pixel 2 XL right next to each other. And I would definitely, just clarity-wise, I would give it to the Galaxy Note 8. I still think that one looks the best overall. Looking at basically more or less the same exact thing. The Note 8 just looks a little bit more clearer. So there you guys go. That was an unscientific, just day-to-day usage type of test for these displays. They all look good. As much as the Pixel 2 XL gets beat up, guys, day-to-day usage, it looks fine. It looks good. Is it the best display? No. But is it bad? No. Is it good? Yes. If you look at the iPhone 10 won awards. And again, I think it's going to come off to what you appreciate the most on day-to-day usage. Do you want a little bit more of a flat look, which is not completely flat, but do you want more of a flat look, or do you want a super oversaturated look with like you get with the Android phones or the Galaxy Note 8, which was the previous champ? And I still think, if I had to pick, would definitely still be the champ in my eyes. If I showed all these displays to people, I still think the Galaxy Note 8 would win. Guys, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments down below which phone you choose as having the best display, just off what I was showing you. If you have all three phones, let me know which you think is best because you have it in front of your face. Looking at this through video, a little bit different, but let me know in the comments down below. Guys, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road. Peace!